Flosstube, how are you? You've probably been wondering where I've been. Well, with these current times that we're in, things have been pretty crazy. I'm not even going to go into it because there's nothing we can do about it. So I have been busy sewing up a storm. I've been finishing lots of FOs. I haven't FFO'd any. I've FFO'd one. Today is Monday the 27th, I think, of April, and yes, I've been away for a little bit, but I'm back, and hopefully we'll get things back on track again. So life has sort of settled down a little bit now, and I can share with you what I've been doing. So on my list, what have we got? So the WIPS I've been working on, these are in no particular order, so I'm just going to show you what I've been doing. This is my Head, Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is called, oh God, it's been so long. It is called Travel Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. So you can see, I'll put the picture in as well, so that all this pink here, this is a lady that's standing there, so that's her dress. So I've put in quite a bit on that. I'm loving how it's coming out. So that's one whole page, so that's looking really good. And my little needle minder, thanks Nicole. So that's that. Now what else have I been working on? I think I remember I told you a while back I was going to pull out, I wasn't happy with the tension when I was stitching in hand, so I've decided to exclusively stitch in a frame. Oh, I forgot that other bit. A frame or a Q-snap or a hoop. So, and I discovered that when I was stitching on my Beadles Abbey Road, I didn't like the way that Ringo was looking because he was stitched in hand. So no progress, but I've pulled out all my stitches. I need something darker. Hold on. If you could see the floor down here, you'd be mortified. See if this is going to work. The fabric over my board. See if that'll work. Ah, there we go, that's better. So I've frogged out Ringo and ready to start again. Do you like my needle minder? I made that. The Scrabble tile's a little bit too small for the magnet, or the magnet's too big for the Scrabble tile, but I thought that was a bit cute. So that's my Beadles Abbey Road. I've done a little bit on my crosswords by Long Dog Sampler. So I've filled in all of the banner across here and all that centre, but I don't know, I can't remember if I'd shown that or not. So that's that one. And so I haven't really done an awful lot because I decided at the end of March that I was going to take a break from School of Magical Stitches because I wanted to finish up a whole bunch of smalls that I'd started. So I haven't worked on any of my bigger stuff, but with the kids being home from school, my daughter, I've convinced one of them to have a go at cross stitching. So Abby is 14 and she's been stitching, you can't really see it because it's white, but this is a free chart from Cottage Garden, so it's Be Well. I can show you that. And it's a little bird with Be Well on it, so that goes with the hashtag Be Well and Stitch. So yeah, I was quite happy that she has decided to have a go. She's got her own little project bag, so that's that. And okay, so let me show you some of the finishes that I've got. I've got a whole stack here. This was just a little cherry, hold on, that I did ages ago. I've probably already shown it, and I'm going to finish it in a keychain, I think. Some little tiny cherries, very cute. So that's that. Now I finished my Mary, which was a Mill Hill stitch. So I've added all the beads, and that's going to be finished into a round ornament for the tree. And ages ago I showed you all of the ornaments that I had been doing from Prairie Schooler. I'd done 5 of them, and I was waiting for the babies to be born. So we now have babies. So let me show you. So this is Tiana's, which is a train, T for Tiana, and there's the train. So it's going up the side. So that's hers. And then Skylar's is the snowman with the red scarf. And then I did Spencer's is also the snowman, but with the blue scarf. So I just changed the colour of his scarf to blue. And then I've done all the other ones, which were for my kids. So you don't need to see those again. I've also finished the Dee Dee's Autumn Sale, which is by Country Cottage Needleworks. It's the autumn that goes with the other 3 that I've done. So there's my autumn. So I've just got to finish it now. So I'll finish it the same as the others, so it'll go on that wooden board. So I'm just waiting for some supplies to arrive so I can fully finish that one and have it up. It should be up now. We're in autumn. Okay, so next was Prairie Schooler Red Work Santas. So I finished, what are we doing here, Tia? I finished him. He's looking pretty dashing. So I'm going to do the whole set on there. I thought there was only 4, but there's like 7. So that's Red Work Santa. And then for when I was doing homework for School of Magical Stitches, we had a homework prompt where we had to stitch, I think it was stitch with black. So I started stitching the Dalmatian, and I finished him. He had a really weird back leg, like really weird. And so I recharted it and fixed it. I'll show you the picture, the comparison, and you'll just think, what on earth? But anyway, he's finished, so I don't know what I'm going to make that into. But he's done, and he's looking pretty cute. I've just noticed he hasn't got a tag on his collar. But anyway, so that's my little Dalmatian, all finished. And then last but not least is one of my goals for this year was to try stitching on linen. The first couple of times I failed miserably, and didn't bother again. And then I thought I'm going to try it again, and I put it in a hoop and it just made all the difference. Well, I think it might have been a hoop or a Q-snap, but anyway, so that was a free chart by Satsuma Street called Sunshine, and it's on 28 count chalkboard. So, oh yeah, that's a bit darker. So that one I'm going to finish in a hoop. I've got the hoop, but I've just got to finish it. So I'm very happy with that. And my first skirt linen. So that's my Sunshine. And then that's about it. So that's all my finishes. I can't even remember how many there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 8 or 9, I think there were. So that's those. And then I also started, oh, hold on, what's that? Oh, that's a WIP. Back to WIPS. Okay, this was one that I started again for a Magical Stitches homework prompt, and we had to stitch with something that had the name Red in it. And I chose Red Riding Hood, and I've done a bit on this, and this is a soda stitch pattern, and it's all Disney characters, Disney princesses. I don't know if Red Riding Hood's a Disney princess. She's not, is she? But anyway, it's Red Riding Hood, Snow White, Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella. I think there's 6 of them all together, so I'll do the whole lot, and they're in the shape of the Russian stacking dolls. So I've done a little bit on that. I think the last time I worked on it, I'd only done the tiny little bit of the top of her bonnet. But so that's that one. Right. Now, oh, right, back to where I was. I started designing my own patterns. I found that there was a need for Australiana Christmas designs. So the beginning of the year I released my first pattern, which was Christmas in Australia. It's a series that's going to be 12, and it was the jandals, thongs or flip-flops. So that was that one. Now all of these patterns are available on my Etsy shop. Look at my hair, it's all fluffy. On my Etsy shop, which I can link below. So that's that one. And then the second one I did was the barbecue. So that's just a little Weber barbecue. They're nice, small, easy stitches, so they don't take very long. And then I've just released the new one, and it is a slice of pavlova with some kiwi fruit. So that's the third one in the series. So if you're a sucker for series like I am, then head on over to my Etsy and you'll see those 3 there. So that's those. Now haul. I've got a bit of haul, but it's all finishing supplies. I like finishing supplies. There we go. I've said it out loud. You heard me. But they're all just bits and pieces, so I won't bother going through and showing you all of those. Other craft and news. Now, I've made a needle threader. So Nicole from Davarnalee Design Studios, when she bought her Haid package from wherever it came from, America, I think, she also bought a needle threader, and I thought, oh, I could make those. So anyway, this is what it is. So it's got a little unpicker part at the bottom, and then it's got the wire to thread your needle. So I'll show you how essentially it works. I've got a big needle, so you just pop it through the center, put your thread in there, and you just pull it out. So orange, maybe on the black, nope, it's not going to focus. So that is, it's got beautiful little silver veins through it. That's my needle threader. What else have I been doing? I've made some more Needleminders. So I made the Scrabble one, which was a no-brainer really. It's just gluing a magnet on the back. But I've made some other ones which I haven't glued the magnets on yet, which I will show you. Oh no, there it is. Might add something behind it. What have we got? What have we got? Something small. I'll see. Okay, so the first one is, oh yes, we need something behind there. No. Oh, that's too big, but we'll fold it up. Right, fabric. Just got fabric everywhere. Okay, so the first one is, don't know if you can read that, inhale caffeine, exhale negativity. So that's that one. Oh, I can't even see that. Try that bit of him. What's that? There we go. Today's good mood is sponsored by coffee. This one is coffee, smile, stitch, repeat. And then coffee, stitching juice. It's a noun, but stitching juice. So these I've just got to put the magnets on the back. And then I did a couple of my all-time favourite TV series. So I've done Outlander and I've done Khal Drogo. So, and they're hard, can you hear that? Plastic. So they shrink plastic. And so what I did was I just printed them, put the shrink plastic through my printer, printed what I wanted and cut it out and shrunk it. So you have to, if you want your finished Needleminder to be say 1 inch, you've got to multiply it by 3, so it's got to be 3 inches. So it comes out big and then you shrink it. So that's those two. And then this one got a bit mucky because I touched it while the ink was still wet, but it's my little logo. My daughter drew this, so that's her, well, me. And then I did my big logo. Oh God, that's really dirty. So I'll give it another go, and they're a bit crooked. I need to figure out a good way to cut the plastic first. But yeah, that's my Needleminders, which I'm very, very happy with. And so what else? Oh, I've got a little bit of stitchy kindness. So what happened was Gail from Gail Phillips, she's here on YouTube and on Instagram. She was watching, she's an amazing cross stitcher. She does biscornues and strawberries and needle rolls, and if you go back and watch her earlier videos, I've binge watched them all. Her needle rolls and biscornues are just incredible. They're out of this world. Those two are on my goals for this year. So I've achieved one of them, which was stitching on linen, and then a biscornu was the other one. But Gail watched our Flosstube where we went to All Threads Embroidery in Brisbane, and I was looking for a certain anchor thread which is no longer, it's not sold in shops, and she had some in her stash and she kindly sent it to me. So thank you, Gail. There's my, I needed the 48 anchor, which is a light pink, so now I can finish my sister's Year of the Rooster. So thank you, Gail. I really, really appreciate it. It's been a lifesaver. I don't think I've got anything else. No. So I think I'll leave it at that. So 20 minutes is long enough. You've been sitting here listening to me dribble on, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you back here next time. All right, thanks, bye.